Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 97,600 for Bitcoin. Let's see what happens, baby. Are they going to pull us back down to 96, or are we going to keep pumping back to 98? Only time will tell. We're going to break it down for you on the channel. We'll see you in 9 minutes. Good music out here. You know how I rock it. 122 BPM, baby. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, 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 yeah. Keep the music going. Keep the music going. Keep the music going, man. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Now dance, dance, dance. Get that energy up and rising, baby. Let's go. This is the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's go, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Dang it. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's put the lemon into the Crypto Lifer mug. Okay, let's get it going. I already have some lemon in here, so I don't want to over-lemon it. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Let's go, baby. Today's a day of reflection. Today's the day to think of what just happened. How high did we just go? We went to 99,005, basically, to the upside. What an amazing time it is to be alive. Shout out to each and every one of you. 98,100. Bitcoin bouncing back pretty strong. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Is there more to be had here? Are the bears fooled? And are we going to continue to go up? Is it up only for more? Or are we actually getting the pullback that everyone thinks we should be getting? Let's take a look and break it down. I'm going to replay this song, one of my favorite tracks here. The tracks were bumping, so why not? God bless you all for being here. Let's get that music back up and running. And let's get into it. Bitcoin 98,200 getting violent here. Squeezing the shorts. And we got a bit of a short squeeze the second I show up. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Last night we went along that battled all day long. You actually would have made massive gains if you stayed in that long. Up to 99,005. I eventually cut my long off with a slight loss after just being exhausted. I really didn't even, if that sounds strange, I just didn't even care anymore. I had been up for nights on end, and tonight I'm like, I got to go to bed at one point. Short squeeze to the upside here for Bitcoin, booming to the upside. It doesn't want to stop. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin right now as it's pumping in our face to the upside. My bot entered along. And it's funny, I always say I'm not leverage trading, but I have $100,000 in a leverage bot that literally prints money every day. It's insane. These things you could trade AI now for the rest of our lives. And if I put enough money in there, but you have to know what you're doing. You have to understand the market. I have to know when to, make the bot. Yeah, it's kind of like a dog. You can sick the dog on someone in a way, but you gotta be able to train the dog. The bot works, but you gotta know how to maintain the bot. There's you gotta maintain a bot. All right, it doesn't just go all on its own. All right, so this is what we saw happening earlier today. All right, we did break down. We were in this beautiful rising wedge. We were supposed to break out parabolically and go all the way out the rising wedge, right? But only 32% of the time, 68% of the time, you're going to break to the downside. We had this kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder. We had another head and shoulder that did drop to the downside. Bitcoin looked somewhat bearish here, but then, I found this, bullish divergence. First, they had the bullish with the inverted head and shoulder that they faked it. They did a really good job this morning. Look. They created an inverted head and shoulder. They created a bullish div. Started to look like we were going to rip to the upside. I went blind into a long right here, somewhere right here. I came back. I was down $1,000. I was like, it ripped back up. I was down to break even. I said, I can't play this game anymore. I need to take a break. And I just took it out for a second. And so my morning's already been insane, right? Down 1,000, back to break even. And I was like, all right, learned my lesson there. But, I was risking 3 for 7. So, and I'm playing with larger amounts now. My signal is just flashed. We're crossing the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. So let's take a look here. Crossing the 200 MA. I had this in a bearish flag. Looked like it was going to break down. Things were looking pretty nasty. Bitcoin attempting to climb back to the upside here. And there's my stone cold long signal. Whenever we break above the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, I like to take a long. I do it all the time. It tends to pay me, so I do it. It pays me more than it doesn't pay me, so I take the trade. 99,841 for BTC. And my stop loss is what? 97,844. That's going to be a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. And look, Sammy's only been on for a second. And Sammy might just start trading immediately. Why is Sammy talking in the third person? Because he's out of his mind. All right. Don't ask questions that you can't answer. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. All right. We love you. We appreciate you. And we know how hard you work to maintain your lifestyle and to keep pushing every single day. That's why I show up every single day to do the same. I'm here to help. I'm here to just keep you going. I'm here to be positive in my behavior. I could say whatever I want, yada, 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 right? I show up every single day. Actions speak louder than words. I dress nicely for all of us, so this show has this nice, respectful vibe, right? It's all about the vibe, baby. It's all about the vibe. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting me and loving me. Thank you for the constant viewership, love, and support. Without each and every one of you, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd be a bum on the street right now. You know what I'm saying, though? Without each and every one of you, my life would just not be the same. I'm being honest. It's each and every one of you that made my life amazing. So you already did something. When you join my trading group, when you come to this live stream, you contributed to an amazing life. And so I appreciate it. I love you more than you would ever know, and I'm going to continue to give every single day. So I'm readjusting here. Why? Well, there's the 21-day moving average. The way this strategy works is I can only get in when price touches the 21. These are my rules. But if you're above and I like to get in when we're above the 200. So I fine-tuned my rules, and I said, well, then I have to get in when we are above the 200 and touching the 21. I said, if I can get both those parameters checked off, the likelihood of me of winning are higher. And I found that to be true over time. These are things that I figured out in my crazy time on this earth, battling the charts like a maniac, hours and hours on end, to the point of no return. Take my years of pain and anguish and wins and love, and there's also a lot of big wins and fun. Take my years of all this and say, you know what? Thank you, Sam. Hopefully I won't have to get as wrecked and rocked as you have in the past. That's coffee. Now that's coffee, babe. How come it never tasted so good before? God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And Sammy's going to have some coffee, which is going to get us kind of crazy here. I don't know if you ever watched the show with me on caffeine, but it gets a little rowdy. It's going to be good. It's not going to be crazy. We're going to have fun. Don't get me wrong. Everything's going to be okay. All right? We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Wag me, baby. Wag me. Wag me, baby. Wag me. So this is starting off pretty nicely. It's holding above the 200 MA. Again, I know the stochastics are overbought. This is what I learned about this strategy. To buy no matter what happens to the stochastics RSI. The old me would have never made these trades because the stochastics would have been too high for me to get into the trade. So I wouldn't make them. You see? We'll go 245 for 850 there. And we'll flip this into the order. And I should have got in even earlier, but the 21 was lagging. But there's my strategy. This should continue to pump. We should win this trade very simply and easily. All right? No guarantees. I could easily lose the 245 in front of you. If I do, I hope I do. It'll make me look human for once. You'd be like, okay, he's not a cyborg. The guy isn't a cyborg. We can find out that he actually loses trades. Because I haven't seen him lose one in days. I've lost like 3 trades out of 20. It's insanity. Like 16 straight, 15 straight. So can we battle? Big short squeeze here for Bitcoin. Does it continue? I mean, now we got the order book kind of trying to drag us back down to 97.2. It's scanned here. You'd want them to fill us up. So you look for some orders. There we go. We got something there to bring us up to 98,005, right? That would be our next area of contention. This is BOOKMAP. It shows us where the orders are, so it's like we should go up and fill this order here. And it's closer than down here. So you're gonna, I compare it to a frog in a lily pad. A little PEPE frog. And frogs like to jump from lily pad to lily pad. They're not gonna make a huge leap. Price action doesn't want to make a leap to red. It wants to make a leap to the closest areas. So it could easily get dragged up into price action. All right. Something that we're looking for here for Bitcoin. And look at that massive candle to the upside off of the bounce, and that's expected. I watch this. Now, if you break above this line, what's this line? That's the smooth. That's the 200 smooth. If the 200 smooth moves, we get another move to the upside. It'll be absolutely beautiful. I'm expecting to be in gains. It happens almost every time. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure, but I'm expecting for the next candle to just go huge to the upside. We just closed a 1-minute candle. This 1-minute candle should go boom above the smooth to the upside, and we should get a nice big move here right now as I'm talking. And it's doing exactly what I said it should do off of the smooth moving average. Well, I've backtested this for years. How did I know this is all going to happen? How did I just show up and do this? Am I a time traveler? Am I sick in the head? Am I insane? Yes, all of those are true. But it's also because I spent years in the charts, okay? I can hit you with the triple entendre every day of the week over here. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby, show this kid how to make $50 in 2 minutes, eh? He's lagging on the chats. Now, we're a little too far away from the 21-day moving average, which tells me that this has to come back down. And I should have actually swiped my 50 there. Let's see. I can start moving the stop loss right below the smooth, because if we lose the smooth, it's a wrap, right? See how far we are for the 21-day moving average? That tells me that this is likely going to stop me out right there. Let's see. It's volatile, though. Wow, look at this volatility. I just hide below the 200 and just hope that we never get hit. I could do that, too. That'll be the smart play. And we'll let this cook. If you took the trade, we'll let it cook. We'll come back to it in 2 hours and 30 minutes and 41 seconds. No, I'm just messing with you. But we will come back to this, all right? And we'll break it down. Likelihood of me winning this trade is high. As it keeps pulling the 21, this is a good sign. Once the 21 crosses the 200, that's a pre-golden cross. That's the beauty. And now the short squeeze is on. Everybody thought that Bitcoin was going to correct. They start squeezing. But you have nation states, pension funds, and entire nations and countries silently buying Bitcoin behind your back. They're not going to tell you when they're going to put their entire net worth into Bitcoin because they don't want another country that they're already competing with to know when they're buying. This is of national security at this point. Countries have to accumulate Bitcoin. The country with the least amount of Bitcoin will have the smallest army, and it'll be trumped. It'll be, tranced. Trounced? Fleeced? Whatever you want to say, right? They won't have it, man. And so either you make up the moves right now to buy Bitcoin for your country and you get yourself situated, or it'll be a serious it'll be a point of national security for any nation in the world. If you don't have enough Bitcoin stockpiled, I'm telling you right now, you do you. Anyone hearing me from another country, if you know the parliament or you're connected, you better sit down and have a little talk with them and explain that the lifer just said, hey, the prediction has been made. Prediction has been made. So battling the live trade 22222. How did I put 2222 in there? Who knew? That's insanity. $55,315 in the trade, above the smooth moving average. Things going well for us as we speak. 21 about to cross the 200 MA, showing signs of a big move to the upside. It was awesome that my signal came right as I came on. I mean, who would have thought? Coincidental. Elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary. I mean, this is just a beautiful life. I believe on the opportunity. I know there's opportunity coming. I also know that this trade could go down in 2 seconds and dump in my face. And there's no guarantees that I win anything. Trading is simply a game of probabilities. I am simply looking at data that I've used in the past for years and using the fact that that probability has played out more than it hasn't. And so today I'm taking that probability in front of you to look smart. Am I smart? Probably not. Am I consistent? Yes. Actually, I believe I'm of a high intelligence. I like to be confident about myself, but I don't like to toot my own horn. It's consistency. You don't have to be the smartest trader in the room. You don't have to be the best trader in the room. In fact, there's traders smarter than me, probably better than me, that can't make as much money as me. Why? They're just not as consistent as me. I'd rather be consistent than smart. I'd rather be consistent than being the best. People have it all. But the guy that's the consistent guy will make more than everybody else. Okay? I can lose more but win more. You see what I mean? I can gain more over time by becoming consistent. This is the key. This is the strategy. This is where you want to end up. This is what you want to strive for. A consistent life is a life that nobody can take from you. It's a life where you build the progress, where you're the one on top every single time. 98,260 for Bitcoin. Do we come and lose if we lose the 200 MA, this is a wrap. Kind of head and shouldery, not looking amazing. We need to get a bounce here off the 200 MA to keep us in line here on the charts. All right. Shout out, where am I trading? I'm trading here on MEXC. If you want to trade on MEXC and have the lowest fees in the game, I suggest you do so. It is the best if you're going to trade. Also, the spot fees are very little compared to the rest of the market, and they have very little maker and taker fees. All right, MEXC is the place to be to trade futures. If you can't trade MEXC because it just doesn't work in your area, KYC and all that fun stuff, go over to Weeks. Weeks is the place that's going to be there for you. All right, and Weeks has a beautiful futures account too as well, waiting for you, ready to rock. Where I just made 175% on a Weeks trade right there. Bang, bang, bang to the upside, right? This trade, I eventually took profits on. Couldn't hang anymore. Decided that was a good measured move to the upside. We got the measured move. No need to be greedy. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. Looks like we could consolidate, though. make some type of further flag here. The 4-hour may just want to come hang out with the 21-day moving average, go sideways, and continue to pump. So we gave a top-down analysis for Bitcoin already. We're going to show you the next one coming too. Something I want to talk about here is the MVRV, the extreme deviation from the, basically the market value. All right, the market value ratio. All right, it's an interesting idea. All right, and we're going to kind of talk about it and break it down for you so you kind of understand what's happening, but it's a good way to see market value to realized value ratio that has historically signaled overheated conditions. Bitcoin has surpassed the highest MVR deviation pricing band. In the last weekly report, the on-chain analytics from Glassnode discussed about how Bitcoin is looking right now from the perspective of a price model basis on the MVRV ratio. It's a popular indicator that keeps track of the ratio between the market cap of the asset and its realized cap. The latter here is an on-chain capitalization model. In short, it tells us about the amount of capital that the investors as a whole have used to purchase their tokens. Since the MVRV ratio compares this initial investment against the value the investments are currently holding, it essentially provides information about the profitability of the addresses on the Bitcoin network. Okay? And so pricing levels correspond at which MVR ratio would attain a value of a certain ST below its mean. So you can see that we're starting to get to a high point here in the MVRV ratio. Every time we do that, right, in this level, and getting into that yellow region, we do suffer somewhat of a full-blown pullback, right? Full-blown bull markets in the past, however, Bitcoin has generally sustained inside this overheated territory for notable periods of time before finding a peak. An example of this trend is highlighted in the chart in the first half of the 2021 bull run. So you could say this is just the beginning of the most heated up phase for Bitcoin, all right? And it doesn't mean we're getting a pullback per se. Right now, this is starting to pan out pretty nicely. We are doing what's called a bull flag on top of the 200-day moving average on the 1-minute time frame. It looks like Sammy may get a beautiful blast here to the upside. If we lose this yellow line, we're going to drop right back down here to 97,000. It's very likely to me. But if we stay out here, we're going to take a boom, and our measured move is 99,600. We'll be back on that call to 100K today, and that could be possible. Everyone says the 1 minute is just noise, but if we lose the 1 minute 200 MA, you'd be surprised how quickly and how fast we could get to 97,675 if we stay above it and this flag continues. You'd be surprised how fast we can get back up to 99,006. So right now, I remain a bull for Bitcoin on this reversal as long as we stay above the 200 MA here. We lose that on the 1 minute, I have to flip bearish. I'll probably lose my trade, and we'll go further to the downside. I don't like to short Bitcoin when we're in these places, but you do what you have to do no matter what. But I don't like to short Bitcoin when it's in a massive uptrend, right? I may take a couple scalps here and there, and I'm open-minded to, because price action is price action, but that's what we're talking about. So a nice support here beginning to be built at 98,000, 98,200 for Bitcoin. A big deal too, we got some news here, which is going to probably pump the price of Mara. I want to talk about it right here if we can get this big news coming in here. I'll just read you the headline. The headline's bullish enough, but it says Bitcoin miner Mara Holdings secures $1 billion funding for Bitcoin purchases. They're going to buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin Mara. Instead of selling it, they're going to finally start buying it. That's going to be bullish for our Mara bags. However, Bitcoin did outperform the Mara bag. Let's just be honest. Buying Bitcoin was better than buying Mara. But this has got to be big news for Mara. Mara at 23.7. Let's take a look at Mara if you're in the stock with me. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I did get into Mara back then, around $8 back in October of 2023. If you're in the trading group, you're still maybe in that call with me. You may still be taking that move. I see this as a giant cup and handle. Look at that inverted head and shoulder. I mean, signs of strength, right? That's a key area you're probably not going to lose again until maybe way later on in the bull, or who knows. But that, look, resistance, which is the neckline of this giant inverted head and shoulder here for Mara. If you know your stuff, then you're loving this channel right now. Tight moving averages. Whenever the moving averages get tight, we get a massive move to the upside. Look for Mara to head to this $48 region. All right, that's what I'm looking at. And let me tell you something else about Mara that's got me going here. It's got me a little excited. We draw this beautiful trend line that we're starting to hold for Mara. We draw this trend line down, and you can see the tightness here. And that tells me that there could be a nice move up in Mara. If Bitcoin rips to that $150,000, $200,000 region, I mean, what if Mara goes to $600 and $700 a share? That would be pretty intense if you think about it. Mara has been 269 before. All right, it would surpass its all-time high there at 156. Way back when. They've been doing this for a long time. 2014, Mara, the Bitcoin miners. They may come back down to the bottom of the channel, 17, 18. I've seen it happen. But if this thing breaches 28, look for maybe a pretty fast move up to 36. And then it's destiny to go to $48, $50 region. And then we're going to see what happens from there. The extended area could take you to 727. But let's not get too ahead of our britches. I haven't seen this stock show me that it can do something, a bit of a move. But I mean, it was at 86 cents just in July of 2020. And it ripped all the way to $72. I mean, imagine buying something at 60, 70 cents and taking it to 72. It did 120x, and it did it very fast. If Mara gets Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts to rip, and they keep holding their holdings, and they start to show you that their balance sheet is expanding, people might just jump on, and their stock might actually take off at a multiple we've never thought possible. So this is showing that, the TA says Mara can rip to $700. Is that going to happen? Many times TA show me things that just were unrealistic, but they did happen. I talked about watching SNEK, right? We went over this idea, said SNEK's probably going to break out because Cardano's hot right now, and SNEK's basically the main meme for Cardano. It was like the first real meme for Cardano. So whenever you see some chain ripping, there's always a play on the memes behind that. You know what I mean? And we see that a lot. We see that all the time, right? So SNEK making a 12% gain today with Cardano ripping again. And we had a play for Cardano. Let's talk about it. If you're in the trading group, we gave you a beautiful call for Cardano. We're going to show you why that was the move and what happened here and what's still going on with the call. Cardano at 91. Like, it wants $1 in it, and it doesn't really seem to care. Why do I get into, when do I have a trading class that I teach the last Saturday of every month. And in that class, I go over my 9-point checklist. I give you a PowerPoint that shows you exactly what I do before I get into any single trade. And it says, when the moving averages are tight, when I get inside of a tight pennant, breakout, retests are great ideas. Low stochastics, boom. The entry was there really at about 73, but then the re-entry on the retest was there again at 78. This thing is starting to rip at 98. It's already up. And I see a move going all the way 53% for this multi-billion-dollar asset, all the way to $1.17. And it's just getting started. If you don't want to chase, you slap the 15-minute on here. You go and you start to build. Let's zoom in here for you for a second. I don't chase green candles. I've got to find a flag. If it starts to move hard, I just find a flag on the smaller time frame. The faster it moves, the smaller the time frame I'm on to find my position. I make sure the bigger time frames say yes, and then I execute on the smaller time frames. Multi-time frame analysis. All right, top-down analysis like we're going to do today with the macro analysis. We're going to go over Bitcoin, total 3, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance. That's all going to be today. After the live stream, it's going to blow your mind. That video comes out around 3, 4 o'clock today. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for that. That's our macro technical analysis. We also do the NASDAQ, the S&P, and we break down basically what happened last week, the week before, and kind of show you where we're at this week. It's pretty awesome. We recap each week for multiple coins. We're going to look at Sol BTC, Sol ETH, and a few other things that'll blow your mind, DXY as well, and show you how money is moving through the market on a mass scale. I see Cardano ripping again, probably today up to 99, only a matter of time. That tells me to go to Tab Tools. Tab Tools is going to be your place to find your Cardano memes. And most people are going to be a little late to this, and it already is a little late, but that's the thing. They're going to start to rip 98,600 for Bitcoin. Okay? We told you. Did you listen? We got the rip out the flag. I gave you another live trade. I'm up again. How many times do you see me make gains here on the show? It's insane. Like, how many times do you see me make gains of the show? I'm not even trying to be rude here. It sounds like I'm bragging. I guess, I'll be humble, but again, who here made gains watching the channel with me today? Who here was able to take the call? Who was able to figure out who was able to take the educational move and learn what I taught them? How many times have you seen me make this simple play using one moving average to the upside here for Bitcoin? Put a 333 if you made gains right now watching the channel. Everyone else can run their mouth. We show you gains every single day here on the channel. Again, we could lose them. It could come back. Who knows what could happen? Now we need that retest. We need that continuation. We need a breakthrough resistance here at about 98,800 to continue this move further to the upside. Bit of a pullback there from the high at 98,007 for Bitcoin. Stochastics came up. All right. That tells me that we got to, maybe they need to kind of swing a little bit. And you just sit there and let this trade do damage here. And I'd even move my stop loss a little bit. But all I'm really want to see is that we never go lower than the 200 MA. Bang, bang, bang. We did it again. Shout out to anyone who made gains with the lifer. 333 low key. Not going to lie. I love you, baby. Shout out to everybody here. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're very thankful that you're with us today. And we're starting this short squeeze to the upside. Let's get back into BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. It can tell you where the price action is likely going to go. We told you we were going to lily pad further to the upside, an area we may see some contention, 99,006 and then 100K. We're not done yet. They may not be done with 100,000. You may have thought it was over, but the charts are going to tell us something different. This big wick here on the 4-hour time frame says the 4-hour ain't over. It actually may flip green, and we may continue to rip to the upside here. I showed up in the first 2 minutes of being here. I showed you my strategy, talked about it, went over it, made along in front of you, and showed you how we made gains. I don't know what more I could do to teach you how we do this every single day here on the channel. All right? Shout out to anyone that got into the link trade that I put out last night. Let's talk about it. We talked about a link perp. Chainlink was about to rip to the upside. Why? We went over it. Bitcoin hits this high point. You're a corporate guy. You were supposed to allocate into Bitcoin. You didn't. Now you're a hedge fund. You're running. You got $1 billion. You got a bunch of people saying, why didn't we have allocation? What's going on? You're like, where's our crypto allocation? You're looking around. You're like, what do I do now? You look around. You're like, where's the $1 billion asset where I can't lose all these people's money that will at least give them a 5 to 10x? And you're like, you know what? Chainlink. And you start piling the hedge fund's money into Chainlink like you read about because you're FOMOing in and you can't stop. Your other buddy works for a hedge fund. He asks you what you're doing at dinner. You try to hide it, but he sees all your Chainlink buys on your phone as the alerts are going off. He says, what are you doing? You're like, nothing, man. Leave me alone, because you don't want him to know. And he's like, oh, he grabs it. He starts buying. He's a loudmouth. He tells everybody that he's buying Chainlink. He can't hold it. Next thing you know, every single hedge fund in the world is aping into Chainlink. This is happening right now. As hypothetical as this may sound, this is exactly what's going down. All right? So Chainlink's about to rip to the upside. That's a beautiful chart. Look at the tight moving averages, low stochastic. This thing looks absolutely lovely for a moon to the upside. With the Bitcoin up and down, it's just kind of, doing its thing. But I see Chainlink about to rip, do damage. Bitcoin just hit 98,007. It's now inside another flag. You would flag this little flag out here. Wait for the 21 to touch price action. Wait for the stochastics to give the go-ahead. And this thing is probably likely going to rip again to the upside. This is how you print money from your house on a daily basis every single day, okay? And we up the ante. This eventually will be bigger, $100,000 trade. My smallest trade now is a $50,000 trade, usually at the at the end of the coverage there. 22 at 25x leverage gives you about 55,478. And at the same time, could this dump in 2 seconds? Yes. Could I be wrong? Yes. This is trading. Anything can happen in any moment in time. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. You hear me? Repeat after me. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Right? Exactly. Socrates, right? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. And therefore, we can continue to convey the message to our minds that there's so much more to learn. And through that, we are able to learn so much. And we're able to obtain more. And through that, we become the opportunity, because the person who obtains the knowledge obtains the opportunities. You're here to gain knowledge. I'm giving you knowledge from sage old wisdom all the way back from the philosophers of ancient times. How am I doing this? I study. That's all I do is read books of ancient times. All right? If you looked at what I listen to and what I go over every day, I'm listening to Wayne Dyer. All right? I'm listening to Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, the greats, Neville Goddard. I'm always visualizing, manifesting. I'm creating my world through a visual manifestation process on a every single day. I could see this trade before it happened. I believed it was going to happen before I saw it. The trade booming. Right as I said that, we were at 9777. Look at 777s. Right as I pointed to the chart. The 777s are alive and well, my friends. The 777s are alive and well. Are you on the frequency with me? Put a 777 in the chat if you're on the frequency with me. If you know you're on one, however that means to you, and you're just hitting it, Bang, bang, bang to the upside. Altcoins are going to rip to the upside. It's altcoin weekend. Every weekend, the altcoins rip because traditional markets close. You lose correlation. And what's hot? The altcoins, man. And that's what's hot. Retail's coming in with their money. They get their Friday paycheck. Okay? It starts to clear. They start going in. Things start ripping to the upside. We start making gains, 10% gains here on the channel. We show it to you live no matter what. Shout out to the 777s here in the high frequency individuals. God bless you all for being here on the live. All right. Let's take a look at what's hot right now on the morning comparatively to the rest of the market just by seeing what's pumping right now on CoinMarketCap in the last hour. Harold up 448. Harold, the next one, huh? Mad. Harold Mad holding, but it's Harold, man. In the last 1 hour, Adam back to $7. Dude, Adam on an absolute tear. Tearing up the market, up 18% in 24 hours. My Adam bag is absolutely ripping. And, you know, you can get 13% on Adam on Coinbase. I mean, a year? Are you kidding me? 13% a year? And so my Adam bag up $9,000 today alone on today's return. $747, $63,000 in Adam earning me gains every day. I've already earned like $4,000 or something on Adam, just letting it sit there. I mean, 13% a year, that's insanity, right? If you stake Adam, they give you 13% APY. You think it's crazy, right? I'm telling you right now. So, 13% APY right now on Adam. Lifetime earnings already for me, $4,000. I've earned $4,000 staking my crypto, man. I'm outperformed. You can't earn 13% in any other market. Are you kidding me? Think about that. You could have a mortgage right now, and they could give you a rate of 6 or 7%. And then you could go to a regular bank that gives you 5. All right? If you have enough money in your savings account, you could offset the mortgage rate with this 13% APY on your Atom. Like, this is insane. This is insane. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to my man, Victor, dropping the $100 super chat, man. We see that a lot. God bless you. Thank you so much, Victor. That's very nice of you. You're the man, dude. I'm good life helping people, but I'm just a chill guy, baby. I can't chill, man. I'm on too much caffeine in the coffee here. Cardano, 91 cents for Cardano, up 41%. Are you kidding me? I've been holding my Cardano since 2 cents. I'm up a 45x right now and loving life. Bitcoin. I was saying to everyone, if Bitcoin goes to 100,000, I will 100x the Bitcoin. Look at this, 98,700, and it looks like it's not going to stop. I showed you how to get in above the 200. I showed you the flag, low stochastics, ripping, baby, ripping. This flag's about to rip to the upside. Now you go to your 5. Is your 5 minute about to cross the 200 MA? If it is, that is your next signal. Now you're a little far away for the 21-day moving average, which tells me we could stutter here while we wait for the 21 to catch up. It's a good place to take some profits because if you're scalping on large money, great place to take profit, in my humble opinion, because we're a little far away from the 21-day moving average. We're likely going to get a bit of a pullback. We can likely re-enter this trade the same way we re-entered the other one. So look, I take the gain off the table. Never be afraid to take some gains. And then we go back to the 5 minute now. And now, look, I look here and I see, look, the 5 minute is too far for the 21. So I delete all my work. And I can make this exact same trade I just made on the 1 minute on the 5, right? But Sam, you had a great entry. I get it. We could have let it cook. I still work on things like that. And you may have a different way of fine-tuning your strategy. Mine and yours will never be exactly the same. We're not the same people. We don't feel the same things at the same time. I'm going to take different times. I'm going to take profits at different times. So look, what we're looking for, huge pump would be nice to drag the 200 above this 200 MA. Things are bullish right now. We seem to be getting the short squeeze, but we are out of resistance. The smartest people pay themselves on the way up. Okay? Good call, Freddie, baby. Always take profits. Good morning, Sam. Do you have any thoughts on JASMY? It's something he wants for the past year and seems to be poised for a move. But I was wondering, what do you think about it? I love JASMY. I'm just sitting on it. I believe in the project overall. I'm not really going to stress and watch the TA like a hawk every single day. I believe in it. I have my bag packed. When the time is right, I believe I'll be, my JASMY bag will pay me for holding. Until then, I don't think much about it, and I let it just kind of do its thing. So here's the target again would be, we could go to 101,000. realistically, we would flag out here and we would go the length of the pole. This would be a nice scalp up to 100,033. Still maintain a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So look, I like this. Target would take us to 100,334. 100,334. I'm going to get to all your super chats in a second, everyone. If you are sending a super chat, let me just double check. I don't want to miss any or be rude. I want to call out you beautiful people. We have Andre Norsa, small TA for Pepe. We're going to take a look at that. We got Benga rejoining the 99. God bless you, man. Can't wait to see you in there. You're going to absolutely love rejoining. People that rejoin get the most out of it. Unbelievable. We had Mr. Floyd. Great streams. Thanks for everything you do for the community. Can you analyze Deep Book Protocol? Have a great day. Yes. Sensei Pellis. Great show. Please take another look at GMRX. Promising. What do you think? Okay, thank you. We'll take a look at that. Yeah. Pulse, Hex, Bitcoin, App, File, JASMY, Dope, Shibu. Thanks, bro. You're crazy, man. Don't do that to me. I love you, brother. Can you please check Cardano XRP? Thank you for rejoining. You're messing with me, right, master friend? Oh, man. Small TA for Pepe. Can you please check Super Daily? Thanks for all you do, brother. You've been a huge positive influence in my life recently. Blessings, 777s. PS, injective into cash, staking. Everyone, one thing, when we have your attention and your love in life right now, okay? When we have your attention and your love in life, and we're back in the long again. Actually, hold on one second. Let me focus. Should be a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, but I'm up too high. So then I got to bring that down. 98, 280, 98, 282. Sorry, my delete. 98, 282. All right, 250. 400 for 15. I mean, up the ante at this point. I don't mind if I lose 500 in front of y'all. It don't matter anymore at this point. I'm up huge. Who cares? And I'm already up 200. I'd like the 21 to be a little closer to price action, but things are getting pretty crazy right now. I'd like the 21 to be closer, though. It tells me we're going to come back to it. But now, look, I'm missing out on this little bit of this move here. Please check out JASMY. We'll take a look at JASMY. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you, brother. From Nerky 530. And everyone that gave today, we really appreciate it. Super chats piling up right now. Unbelievable. Shout out to the 2,500 people, beautiful souls, 2,700 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 1,000 likes, baby. 1,000 likes. That's what it's got to be. Airweaver Gala, please. Thank you. Mustang Rich, we love you, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you and we love you. So I'm attempting to get back into the long here for Bitcoin after I snatched some profits already. And we want to do it with the most precision possible. I don't like how far the 21 is from price. It could easily stop me out here if I get a little too frisky. Maybe we make an uptrending flag. And things are just looking overly bullish here every time I hesitate. The bigger time frames look like we could still reverse. We called this reversal here now this morning. We got the bounce. The 1 hour showed us we were likely going to get the flip. And, we were away on the 1 minute and we were able to kind of hold and get above. My stop loss is in between the price and the 200 and the 21, though. It's not ideal for me. 15 minutes hitting a high point, but getting pretty frisky. 1 hour says it's about to rip and get ready to go to a possible all-time high. We're going to look at all the bigger time frames and really break it down for you. Right now, I'm just in the trenches here on the smaller time frame. So yeah, I want to see this come back down to the bottom of the trend line. See, a movement that small is changing the parameters of my entire trade. You understand? 490, you know what I mean? It's a 3-to-1, but if I get in the wrong time, it's not a 3-to-1, and then I'm also having my risk defined in the wrong spot. Let me shrink this down here. Let's get the music pumping. Drop that beat. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that beat. This is crypto, baby. This ain't finance. Let's go. Clip that. I gotta get the villain laugh, you know what I mean? Welcome to crypto. Peace, Lifer. Can you take a look at the technicals for XLM? Looks to me like XUSD has broke out on the 4-hour. Do you see? Interesting. I just gotta get this trade out the way. Let me get my entry in, and then I can move on. Let me just get my perfect, executed, absolutely beautiful, highly speculative, insanely risky entry in here. Again, don't do this at home. If you don't know what you're doing, please demo trade for a long time until you really get your parameters about you, understand what you're doing, feel comfortable with what you're about to do. Man held Sol like a boss, held Atom like a boss, held Ada like a boss. When everyone was smacking their jibs, trading like a boss, printing $1 million bills one by one, baby, because he's the boss, baby. Let's go! Crypto Billy! Drunk off gains, baby. And if you don't understand, if my exuberance just gets you off guard, I'm so sorry. Just keep coming back. Eventually, you're going to see why we make so many gains here on the channel. We already showed you how to make gains this morning. We're teaching you strategies that work. You can trade meme coins this way. 200 MA all day long, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Protect yourself before you wreck yourself with technical analysis. It's like having a strap on you in the digital world. You just seem to know a little more and you're protected. You have the abilities and the skills to pull it off when you need. So look, we're too far from the 21. It tells me to hold off here. It tells me, wow, that adrenaline rush was crazy. Crypto Billy, you're the man, dude. $212 in chat revenue. The music bumping to the upside. I'm just liking this VPN. I'm liking the vibes. And we're going to get to all your super chats. We're going to rip through them. It's going to be a long stream, apparently. My wife just rolled her eyes, I could tell. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go, baby. So this is looking nice for the reversal. I'm about to just say, you know, I just don't like my stop loss in between price action and the 21. I could miss out on a massive move here because they're kind of tricking me out. Almost have to use the 1 minute and just stick with it. I can use the smooth moving on the 1 minute. It kind of has me going there. Come back down to the price action one more time. Wow, caffeine has me shaking a little. I don't drink coffee ever. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I can do my... Man, can we come back down to the bottom of the channel? It's possible. I'm looking for it, but this thing's getting tight. And it's actually like this. It's telling me, it's whispering sweet nothings into my ear. It's telling me, Sammy, you can do it. Don't be scared, Sammy. Don't worry, you can lose 500 in front of everyone. They'll still love you, Sam. They'll still love you. Take the trade. Take the trade, Sam. Take the trade. You can do it. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it for the love. I'll do it for the love, baby. All right, 98,792. Sam could lose 500 in front of the world or make almost $2,000. We'll see what happens here with his life on the line. His trading strategies on the line. Everybody watching. Is he going to be a winner or a loser? Only time will tell. Is he going to mess up his suit here? Ooh, and I knew it was going to come down to the bottom of that channel. I knew my 5 minute is risky. I don't like having my stop below in between price action and the 21. Not a smart idea, technically. I may bail here and wait for a better price action. The coffee may have had me jump the gun. A 1 minute looked good to me, though. The 1 minute's telling me it could protect me and somehow keep the 5 minute from hitting. A little bit of bearish divvy, though, I have to watch out for now. A little bit of bearish divergence could easily dump us down. I may bail here. I'm going to bail until the 5 minute gets back to the 21. I got to do the right thing and follow my plan. I'm going to follow my plan. When the 5 minute hits that 21, though, we're going to get in. That's when we're going to get in. If I miss out, so be it. But that's just, I got to follow my model. My model says you got to wait till the white line hits the price action. So we're going to wait for that to happen. We're going to move on and attempt to get through some super chats here because they're piling up like you read about. And it's insane. So, Mr. Floyd 88, God bless you, man. Can you analyze Deep Book Protocol? That's the first one on the list, and we're going to get to it. Shout out to Mr. Floyd 88. God bless you. So the idea is we are going to get into a trade here. Sorry about my neurotic nature. I'm back and forth. It's okay. I have the money to burn. I can do it. All right. Hey. So, and we already gave you the live trade there that played out. So, you know, you could take profits right now, and this stream already paid for itself. Okay. And we got to do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. We got a lot to do. I also have a pretty good idea of when to bail based on where that 21 is. When we're far from the 21, it tells me to take a chill pill for sure. All right, we're going to get our, here we go. So here's our, so Chainlink looks beautiful. If you're looking for a trade, this trade looks absolutely wondrous. And this looks like the most likely scenario for Chainlink. And I see a big move coming for Chainlink. It is what it is. You know, if you're a new trader, beginning trader, and, you know, you want to learn, I would watch this trade play out. You don't have to put any money. I would just watch the trade play out. All right. So let's move on. All right. Chainlink. Let me go put it in the Discord here. I post things to Discord. If you missed the live, you're not able to come here. I still want you to be able to kind of be, you know, see what's happening. Also, we have timestamps below the videos. Go to those timestamps. No one else does it like we do. There's like so many setups at your fingertips just by hitting the timestamps. Don't even need to watch the whole video. It's amazing, right? That flips the algorithm. We got so many ways. Giving away the secrets, man. But we got you. Deep Book Protocol, not really pumping like Sui, but Sui kind of lagging too as well. You know, for me, only a matter of time till Deep Book starts to rip when the whole market does. Very small market cap, higher risk though. You have to understand that. And less people know about Deep Book. Deep Book's gonna have to kind of get more known. It's gonna take some time. You got Jupe and Radium, right? Once they give an APY, once something happens that's competitive, it'll draw some people into that TVL. Look for this to pump to the upside. I'm still in it, and it could easily just drop to the downside. Be careful. It's a very more high-risk play than the rest of the plays here. Sui's safer. Cetus is safer, right? I'm in Deep Book because I trade pretty high risk. I go after things that most people think, and usually when I'm in something, most people think it's not good. Retail starts to freak out when I buy stuff. Their minds aren't situated to buy low volume. They get scared when they see not want people into things. At the same time, I mean, that's kind of bearish. I'll give it to you. Like, it's a bit of a bear flag. It could roll over. It doesn't look amazing. I'm not like, wow, that's an awesome bull pennant, you know, and it could easily drop to the downside. Let me take a look at the bigger time frames here on Deep Book. And I got to get a new mouse in today. As long as I go slow, it's all right, though. Nice and easy. I have a new mouse. I just got to grab it. It's in my travel setup. So this thing, you know, the daily super oversold. 20, you know, the 22 hour says it's gonna pump too. So you're just waiting for that like big pump. Everyone's kind of watching Bitcoin, and once altcoins get that move, boom, right? It's a bit of a cup and handle too, right? Cup and handle after a rip, bounce. It's very early too. This coin is very early. It's been out like a month and 10 days. It's a 40-day altcoin. You got to really give it some time for people to understand what it is and what it does. We're pretty early. You know, we figure this stuff out way before most people, and we get in pretty early. So a lot of the times when you see me get into something and you're new in the system, you're going to think I'm wrong, or you're going to think it's not working out. And you're going to be like, nah, you know what I mean? But then if you stick with me for 4 or 5 months, you're going to see a lot of the things that you thought weren't going to play out did. And you're like, wow, the lifer was spot on. See, my knowledge is forthcoming from behind the veil. Like, you can't really see it until it hits you. Then you're like, whoa. So, and again, that's the case with any long-term investor too. We can see things a little better. It doesn't mean every single thing we get into is going to rip. All right, I'm wrong. I've been wrong, and I will be wrong. Maybe Dick Book goes to zero, and this is a double top. It's very well conceivable, and that's why you trade and you don't put all. You know, I don't have everything in Deep Book. It's just one of the many calls and one of the many plays that I've made. Right. Okay, thank you for the Deep Book Protocol super chat. I really appreciate that, though. We love you. Okay, great streams. Thank you for everything you do. Can you analyze Deep Book? Yes, great stream. GMRX, an old Deep Book goodie here. All right, my man wants to look at GMRX. Let's take a look at GMRX here on CoinX or MEXC Gaming. No, let's take a look here. So it's super oversold, and it's battling the 200 MA, and it's in a symmetrical triangle. These are 50-50. They could go either way. Now, 90% of coins that are going to coil up like this with tight moving averages in this type of rally, they're going to pump. And so you would want to assume, based on where we are and what's happening in the environment, that this is going to pump. Just strictly segue you back, see how we're coming down, and see how I knew not to get into that trade. See how I knew that if my stop loss was between price and the 21, that I was likely going to get wrecked and lose 500 in front of everybody? Yes. See how I was able to keep that from happening by understanding where the moving averages were? Yes. So now if this does the cup and handle high or low, that's what we're looking for. Then we can get the bounce. If this gets back above the 5-minute 200 MA, then we're ready to go. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Do I get into the flag? I used to always buy the flag no matter what. Now I wait for the pass above the 200 MA. And we had it there, but see, so my strategy is to buy when we cross the 200, clean. And I always say that, but the 21 has to come into play. Look what I see happening here for Bitcoin. I see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It'll likely break the neckline and pump to the upside as it crosses the 200 MA. This is the most likely scenario here for Bitcoin. Headed up to 100,000. This inverted head and shoulder on the 5-minute will send us to $100,000. Once we crack that all-time high there at 99,528, it'll be on like Donkey Kong. This looks very likely to happen in the next hour to 3 hours, maybe even 6. So buckle up and get ready. Does this mean it's guaranteed to happen? No. How does this not happen? The 1 minute will lose this 200 MA. If the 1 minute loses the 200 MA, we're likely going to come back down and drop to 97,179, and we'll have to deal with that at that point, and then I'll be able to reassess the situation. So the 1 minute and the 5 are your guide right now to gains, whether you realize it or not. This isn't my opinion. This is how the markets work. The small time frames build you to the bigger ones. I see people all the time tell me that the 1 minute is noise. It is not noise. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard anyone say. They want you to believe it's noise so they can take your money. Because they're going to do things in the 1 minute. They're going to tell you exactly what's going to happen to the market. But if you can't see it, you're not going to know. Like, how many people see that this right shoulder is about to form right now? Not many, but I can. That gives me a high probability of how the daily candle will reverse. This is what's happening inside of the market on the smaller time frames. You have and this is really how you gain an edge in the market. It's the little things. This is why people love coming to the channel. This is why this channel is, because we're teaching every single day. We're not just running our mouth. We're showing and proving and showing you the strategies. We're putting the money into the strategy. You're watching the money play out. I don't hit every day perfectly. Some days, you know what I mean? But you're seeing the strategy play out. You're seeing what I do, and you're seeing what consistency can do for a person. I've made massive gains. My trading group has seen it. Shown my P&L yesterday too. Thousands of dollars, $4,000 in a day, $3,000 in a day, $7,000 in 4 days. Money that you know what I mean? If you made $7,000, $4,000 in a day, I think you'd be pretty happy. All right. Today, one of my biggest days ever, really, in history of in my whole life, man. The amount of revenue, trading, Bitcoin, and Cardano going up is busting my net worth to the upside. I've been holding that for a long time, and I'm holding a lot of it. I didn't even look at it yet. I want to go and take a look at my Cardano holdings, and I haven't even looked at it yet. But today, I'm going to look at the wallet, and it's going to make me pretty happy. Master Friend with way too many super chats at once. I love you, Master Friend. I'll probably look at Hex. I think that's what you're asking about. I think that's what you meant by doing that. You're like, oh, he's going to pick out Hex. Can you please check Cardano and XRP? Thank you, Lifer. Amen. So we're looking for price action to hit the 21-day moving average. We know we're not pumping till the 5-minute touches the 21. Why? I've backtested this till I was blue in the face on thousands of assets around the world. When I tell you something, I don't tell it to you because I looked at it once or twice, or I've been trading since 2019 or 18. A lot of the YouTubers that I love them all. They're great. I've interviewed them. I said, when you start trading this, I got into the 2017. I lost money, and then I began learning technical analysis. I've backtested TA from the New York Stock Exchange to gold, silver, Toronto Stock Exchange. I've been trading since I was 24 years old. I'm 42 now. All right, I have years and years and years of knowledge in these markets, and I traded gold for a long time on the New York Stock Exchange with JNUG, and JDST. I can teach you things most people haven't seen, and I can show you things in the market. I will stop talking about it, and I'll start showing it to you. Let's get to our next super chat. It's Cardano. Also, I got to make a segue here. God is great, and God has given me so much knowledge and the ability to obtain more knowledge. God will give you all the energy and all the resources you need to survive to the highest levels possible. God wants to see you succeed. God energy is amazing. God is great. All right. God put you in this universe, and the universe is your playground. You can use the energies of the universe to grow. It's the soil in which you can grow thoughts. The universe will grow your thoughts. What you focus on inside of your mind with intention will exactly what the universe will amplify back to you. If you focus on problems and pain and desire, and all this always happens to me, that's exactly what the universe will give you. If you focus on serving others, say to the universe, you wake up in the morning, how can I serve others the best? How can I do better for other people? What's the best way that I can make this dream move? I asked that this morning. Every once in a while I do something wrong that I said, how can I make this dream even more welcoming, even more better, even more positive, so I can change more people's lives? Show me the way. And the universe will teach you how to serve others. And then the universe will say, how can I serve you, Sam? So because you amplified how you can serve others, that's exactly what the universe will say to you. So see how you can turn a positive thought into a positive amplification? Very important. Therefore, your life is now going on the right trajectory with a high frequency. This is important. This is the way. This is how it is. Cardano ripping to the upside. We already talked about Cardano. I see it continuing. We talked about this flag ripping. It's already ripping. Cardano has already broken out the flag that I talked about. Look for Cardano to continue to move here. My target for Cardano is 117 for ADA. All right. XRP, again, why are these soaring? Well, they're telling you that if you sell these, you have paid no capital gains at all, right? Because they're made in the United States. That's what we've been told. That's what's being fished to us. And it better be, you know what I mean? They better keep their promise to us, because we're going to be like, hey. So they're telling us, hey, United States cryptocurrencies will be exempt from from capital gains tax. I mean, that's making people pile into them. You hear that, and so you're like, wow. So let's say you 10x a coin, but you got to pay 30% gains on it. I mean, that's 3x right there, taken off the 10x. If XRP 5x's and another coin 8x's, you're making the same amount. And how nice is it to just not even have to worry about it? It's a nice feeling, right? Behold, things are going to change. And that's why we really need to protect this man at all costs, because he's going to do things against establishments that have had control of us for a long time, and they're not going to be happy about it. Big business and big pharma has been controlling a lot of our government for a long time. It's going to end, and they're not happy about it. And it's their money and their livelihood, and it's billions of dollars on the line. So they're not going to give up that easily. Something eerily happened when they just gave us the election. You had to kind of think, so always sleep with one eye open. Always keep your mind privy to the idea that things aren't exactly what they seem. All right. Anyway, let's get back into the action here. A little bit of bearish div on XRP. I'll give it to you. But when you're super bullish and when you're super bearish and you have bearish divergence, you won't see divergence is as good as the support and resistance. So you had bullish div, say this was flipped upside down, and then you couldn't get a resistance. You'll dump anyway. That looks like a bear flag that's going to continue to dump, just like a bull flag that can continue to pump. It did make a diamond. I'll give you that. It did make a diamond, and this diamond, in from the bottom, out to the bottom, and we did just peak very nicely at a high of 150 for XRP. Unbelievable. Like, this is unbelievable. Let this consolidate. I don't see why XRP can't continue to my bigger target at 173. Really looks like it may. It really, really looks like it may. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Your super chats are unbelievable. You people are you're mind blown. I can't believe the love in which you purvey, and I can't believe how much you guys give. Colby Armstrong, Big TC, bro, it'll never disappoint you. Thank you for your service, man. Can you explain about your setup? I don't know what that means. The setup that I'm just keep watching, my friend. That's such a vague question that covers so many broad topics. Can you explain about your setup? That's pretty funny, right? All right, moving forward. We got Cardano and XRP out the way here. Small TA for PEPE. Small time frame is what he means, right? He may be scalping high leverage, so he wants to see what PEPE could be doing in the next few minutes. All right. Now, I'm always a big guy, when it comes to I'm always a big guy over here. I'm always using the bigger time frames, right? I see Pepe about to break out huge, number one. It's in a bull flag. The daily's curving. The 12-hour looks bullish. The 8-hour looks pretty bullish. A little curve here. Yeah, I see how the 21's curving there? May dump down to the bottom of the channel first. And that's probably Bitcoin dumping. It is, see, 98,000. But see, now we're coming back to the 21. Now the stochastics are curving. This is where we usually get the bounce. This is the cup and handle. This is Master Friend's money printer. Low stochastics back to the 21. I just recognize it with different indicators. Me and him realized one day we were doing the exact same thing. I mean, he said he found the cup and handle. When I showed him the cup and handle, it changed his life. You have to remember, he always gives me credit, man. He's the man. But look at that. That could boom. And look, previous support is resistance on the smaller time frames. Resistance. Bounce, bounce. This is where things could start to change here. 98,300. Okay? This is where I start getting excited. Now, do I get in here? A lot of times I used to. This is the ultimate channel. Bless you. Shout out to Paul Wood. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless you, Paul. Thank you so much. You're the man, dude. So this is what we're seeing. Now, this is where the old me would buy almost every single time. It's the cup and handle. They call me Savvy, cup and handy to the upside. However, I learned my lesson that the 200 MA is the end all. And if we can wait to get above it and be a little more patient, we can have a pretty good move. However, we are touching the 21, which is a good, beautiful price action for me. So let's see here. If we entered this trade, I just want to see what we would be doing. Now, your stop loss would be very, very close to price action if I entered that. Wouldn't be the, that's not the trade I would take. This is the older trade that I had set up. And look what's happening here too. A shoulder, a head, and a big right shoulder there. That's a giant inverted head and shoulder that could do damage for us to the upside here for Bitcoin. That's interesting. Now, if I enter the trade now, I'd enter it with smaller amounts. Like I do 100 for 300 or something like that. You see? And I'd want to keep the trade cooking. So I do want to enter this trade because I like what we're seeing here. I really do. Well, let's go back to my parameters. We'd break the 200 MA and then we'd rip up. The measured move would be the length of this inverted head and shoulder if it does get to cook. And it just tells us 100,005. So I believe we can get to 100,505. That's my target. Look at that, 40. Yeah. And then the stop loss would have to be at about 97,915. So in this case, and you're back, why is that looking like that? We just forgot a zero. So 200 for $1,000, right? I mean, that would be amazing. If we made the trade right now, we're risking 200 for 1,000. See, when you enter at the perfect time and at the right place, you can make some higher risk trades that most people can't. But it comes from years and years of losing and waiting and getting in at the right time. Now, I could get in right now and we could dump easily. This could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder in the smaller time frame, like the 1 minute. See that? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm weary. I'm always weary. The 5 minute must break the 200 MA for me to believe in this trade. And it would actually raise the entry somewhere up in here, which could raise the stop loss too as well. So I feel like the stop could be at about 98,000 even. All right. This is where you would reverse. I've seen it many times in my life. So this is where price would reverse. Many people will get into the trade now. I just want to be absolutely perfect here. Now, the closer the 21 is, the better off it is getting up. So the first time I did it, you're a little too far away. The second time I'm doing it, the 21's getting closer to the 200. This is what I look for. All right. $40 target on Adam. Yeah, Adam to $50, baby. All the way to the moon, man. All the way to the moon. I got 60,000 in Adam right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's 10x this puppy. Let's 5x this 660 grand and take it to 300,000. And then as Adam goes up, you make more APY. Isn't that amazing? And then the APY you earn goes up too. That you've already earned because you've been earned. It's just fascinating. The compound interest you can make in cryptocurrency is just unfathomable. If you sell at the top of the rally. If you don't, then you give back so much of the compounded interest, it's sad. That's why most people but if you can sell as the rally's going up too, and eventually take yourself out, Very, very important. Wow, this caffeine's kind of uncomfortable caffeine. I don't like it. This is a weird type of coffee, babe. Got me feeling real strange. Like I did something I shouldn't. My heart's like starting to race. Guys, I don't... Wait, I think I just... Oh my God. I need Bitcoin, quick. Okay, I feel better now. Bling! Like Mario. I need to eat a coin real fast. Bling! Oh, sweet Mario! Sweet! It's sweet Mario! I gotta mess with you guys. Please, no energy drinks, I know, right? Vector Smart Gas. Some of the Cuban white coffee, man. You guys are funny, man. Oh no, the wrong white sugar. You guys are crazy, man. That pink sugar, man. Oh, man. So can we get the beautiful reversal here for Bitcoin? Are we going to call the daily candle reversal again like we do many, many days? Highly likely because we do it a lot, but you never know. You never know. Okay, let's get back to the super chats. I'm staying on it today. You can't get me. I'm not stopping today. I got 2 chat boxes open today, and I'm reading them both. I'm on fire right now. Small TA for Pepe is what he asked. Yeah, so let's get back to the small time frames now for Pepe. So your 1 hour is kind of, and again, you're going to be following Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin takes this move like we're watching now, your Pepe is going to do damage. If Bitcoin kind of dumps down, your Pepe might dump down. Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder, possible chance Pepe comes back down here and gives people one last chance to accumulate Pepe. I would be careful for Pepe right now on the smaller time frames. If you're trading small time frames, you're watching the 15-minute 200 MA. If the 15-minute loses the 200 MA, your longs may get crushed here. All right, so you're kind of at a very crucial tipping point. You need a bounce. So if you're in this wedge, you need this to bounce back to the top of the channel. To me, it looks like it fell out and broke back inside. So like they kind of, yeah, it's going to go down. Then it came back. Then it's go down. Then it came back. They're playing with people for sure. 15-minute is getting overbought on the stochastics, and you have a resistance at 2059. You know what I mean? So that's a key area you're going to, we could stress there for Bitcoin. But we will see. We will see. We need a bounce back to the top of the channel here for Pepe, and you'll be saved. If Bitcoin bounces, Pepe will get the bounce. Be careful if you lose, if 2 or 3 or even 1 whole candle on the 50-minute close below this yellow line. That's the 200 MA. If you don't know how to add that, you're going to go here to the MA. You're going to type in MA right here, all right? You're going to hit moving average simple. When your simple comes in, you're going to click on it. I would turn it yellow immediately so you're with me. Making it extra thick, hit inputs to turn the 9 to a 200. Boom. Yours will look just like this. You'll just have 1 yellow line. If you use that yellow, if you lose the yellow, all you really need is that and the 21. Use those 2 things. I could teach anyone to do damage with the yellow line, the 21. This is really, I do damage with the stochastics RSI, the yellow line, a little bit, fibs when I needed, VRVP, supportive resistance, and the 21 and the 200. That's all those are the main things I need to wreck shop. All right. All right, so here we go. Bitcoin getting the move here. I'm gonna tap in. All right, so I tapped in here for Bitcoin. Likely we're going to get this cup and handle reversal to the upside right now for sure. It looks like a 90% accurate signal, but you never know. But from my years of backtesting this and with the whole market behind us and a lot of people buying Bitcoin, but again, this could easily turn and dump in my face. Remember that. There's no guarantee I win any trade I make here on the live. Never do what you see someone doing on a live stream. Get the education by all means. And, but... I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just someone who trades and does technical analysis every single day of my life for a living. If you want to learn from me, I'm here for you. 98,500 is a crucial key area too. Again, I front ran my signal, which is usually not the best. We got to get above the 200 MA. I got a little excited again with the caffeine. We were above it for a second, though, so I kind of, you know, I took that. Can you please check out JASMY? Says Nerky 530p, and we're just going to keep running down the line here through these super chats. Then we got Mustang Rich, and we got Bad Cali Kid. We got you all. Don't worry. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for the 282,875 people. And look, then we get rejected by the 200 MA. Come on, baby. You got to rip it. You got to get above that yellow line. The stochastics are aggressively pointing up, telling us that. But stochastics can flip down when, you know what I mean? I've learned to trust the 200 MA more than anything else. Got to get this candle to wick and rip back above there. Whole trade depends on me breaking this yellow line right here on the 5-minute time frame. So crazy how I've condensed a lot of my trading style into one moment in time. One minute overbought coming back to the 21. You see that? But that's okay. That could end up making a flag. It's not too far for the 21. But it is something. And look, there's the rejection by the 200 MA. I front ran it a little too quickly. So now what I'm looking for is if I start my next projection is I'm looking for this to make a flag here, you see? Bounce back up, get tight, and then this would be the ideal scenario here. Not a shoulder ahead and a bit of a right shoulder there. Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and Sammy's done. Stokes burn on us and turn on us, and it's a wrap. Bit of a head and shoulder here, even on the 5. So you can see I got rejected by my signal, but I took my trade anyway. Very low risk. I'm not going crazy. 337 though. Might even shave that lighter. We got to get above the yellow line for this trade to rip. I front ran my signal. Again, you see, that's why I never do it. Got to get the candle to close below it, but sometimes you're impatient. Trading has taught me patience. Trading has taught me patience. Let's take a look at JASMY while we're waiting to see this move happen here. Let's take a look at JASMY. Who's feeling the anxiety of the trade right now? Who's kind of watching the trade? You're like, ooh. Anybody kind of in there with me right now on that mental vibe with the trade? Okay, JASMY. JASMY had this nice little flag it was making. Let's remove our moving averages here and just take a look at what we're seeing. You know, I like the daily right now. It's holding a lot of information. The bigger time frames are a little scattered. The smaller time frames are too volatile. For JASMY right now, we really want to see the daily. What I don't love about JASMY is this is like kind of a descending triangle. Let's be honest. Like normally these start to break down. It's not the most bullish sign in the world. All right. Let's go, baby. Get above that 2 and Sammy will win. Starting to look pretty nice, right? But hey, we won't count our chicons before they hachichi. Did I say that? I guess I did. Coffee makes you say some weird things. I'll be honest. I think a lot of the funny things that people say came from coffee. You know what I mean? So it's true, right? Like when people are like, yo, what's, I don't know. I can't think of them right now, but you know, whatever those things we say, you know, like cray. All right. That's one. I bet you someone was on like high on caffeine when they said that. Yo, that's cray, bro. Yo, that's it. Oh my God. It's like, nah, man, you're just on a lot of Starbucks right now, bro. It ain't that cool. Shout out to JASMY. JASMY could pump to the upside here. I like what I'm seeing. And, you know, tight moving averages. And this is what I see. When the moving average get tight, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. It's a higher low for JASMY. And to me, it's hanging on that next big move. Almost a bit of a cup and a handle there. You see that? Also, you want to pull your Fibonacci here and see what you're doing from impulse. And you're right near that 618 golden pocket. So I hold JASMY, so I'm going to be a little more bullishly biased, of course, but I like what we're seeing here. And once JASMY gets above the daily 200 MA, it's going to get the rip. So to me, it's just kind of in waiting. And then I even see this. You know, I see a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder for JASMY. So I'm pretty bullish on that higher low right there for JASMY. And I wouldn't be surprised if these are some of the best prices for JASMY you can get before the bigger move. When these coins pump, they pump in one day and they go like this. And you look back and you're like, well, I thought I had a moment. You don't. Like, they just rip. They do what MIGGLES did. All right? One day you're going to be watching the coin. It's going to be hanging out. You're going to be thinking it's dumping. Look, this looks a lot like JASMY did. Like, JASMY just has the low. Like, let's go back in time, right? It's just like, and you're like, oh, this coin stinks. I've been sitting in it. Like, it's just never going anywhere. And then, like, you literally sneeze. And a second later, you are in massive gains, right? MIGGLES, baby. So, and again, there's a setup there for MIGGLES. We're looking at it. Let me delete that. So, Mr. MIGGLES, I'm using that as an example, but it's also a hot coin right now. As I said that, I was like, MIGGLES is pretty hot right now. I realized they didn't disappear. They hid these here now. You just hit here and they all went into they just changed the way they hid them. So we didn't lose any of our stuff that day I was bugging. They put them in a nice little folder for you. Mr. MIGGLES, I would start putting inside of somewhat of like this, and as it starts to, this thing was gonna moon. I'd watch this coin. It's pumping pretty hard. The market cap's building up, and it's I see everybody talking about it. And there's 142% to 33 for Mr. MIGGLES. So stuff like this is I put an alert on, and I get alerts all over the internet. And we had an alert there. That's going to be an alert for the trading group, right? And that's something, if you just joined in, someone didn't know, and then Mr. MIGGLES, boom, to the upside, right? So let's get that into the altcoin channel. Alert on MIGGLES. And again, I was using that as an example, and then out of nowhere, and that's how this show works. Like, I never know exactly, I have a lot of plans for the show, but I've learned when I let the show take its own form, find its own way, it does great. Like, that's when it really truly succeeds, because it can't be replicated. Anyone could write down what I thought I was going to talk about today and try to rework the show, but you can't recreate this spontaneity. You can't recreate the way the show works. You can't recreate it. You just can't. It's so unique in so many ways, and we're all unique. You are all unique, and that's what I want to prove to you by doing what I do every day, is that you are the most unique thing in the world. There's nothing, God is never going to make another you. Like, at this time, in this space, and at this realm, isn't that interesting? Like, whatever this reality is, whatever you want to call it, you could say you could be in the simulation camp, you could, whatever you want to do, all right? You could be Muslim, you could be, it doesn't matter what you're full, born again Christian, I don't care. The idea is, this is, an existence that you control with positive energy. And if you believe in that, then you're going to live in that, and you're going to create that. Airweave looks interesting to me. It's in the symmetrical. It could go either way. I'll tell you that. It could go either way. It could easily break further to the downside and dump all the way down to about 13. Okay. But the market's very, very frothy right now. Look at your 4 hour. Are you above the 200 MA? As long as we stay above the 200 MA in the 4 hour, I would remain bullish for Airweave. And it's likely that we could get a nice breakout. Of course, we're also watching what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's going to have to hang out. You see what I'm saying? Bitcoin's going to have to hang out and do its thing. All right? That's important. If Bitcoin can't hang out and do its thing, we're going to have a problem. That's it. All right? But if Bitcoin takes a dump, this will come back down, and we'll have an area. You'll be able to get it back at 12. So it all depends on what Bitcoin does. That definitely has a lot to do with the market. It just is what it is. Shout out to everybody here that's giving chats. Everyone, we're doing a Black Friday sale. I got to mention it. It's a big deal. We're doing a Black Friday sale at CryptoLifer.com. It's awesome. We're also doing something very special for the exclusive lifers that take the time. Below, we have an awesome link. Hit that link in the description. If you hit that link, what it's going to do is it's going to be a consent form. Fill out that form, and we're going to be able to give you a coupon code 24 hours before Black Friday that will give you an additional discount, the lowest I've ever given in the history of my trading group on that on that night. So you're going to get, let's say Black Friday starts Friday at 12. You're going to get that email Wednesday night at 12 a.m. And it's going to give you 24 hours to use that code. After that, the code will cease to exist. So you got to be quick with it for those 24 hours. And it's, we're running this promotion now for, so jump on in today. All right. Hit that link below and fill out the form so I can hook you up. If you don't fill out the form, I can't hook you up. You got to meet me halfway. All right. Just got to put that out there. Blessings on blessings. Okay, so here we go. Moving forward with the show. Don't want to waste any of your time shilling too much. All right. I want to give you guys knowledge. A little bit of shill, a lot of knowledge. Right. That's how it works every single day. Okay, so check it out. Let's take a look here. So now when we're thinking about what's going to happen, all right, as the market starts to evolve, people are going to freak out. I think that 98,500 is going to look pretty good to them. You know, look, Mana secures the 1 billion funding for Bitcoin purchases. We went over that's just such a, man, more and more they do that. I looked at Secret earlier today. It looked like it was going to break out. Why? It was just very tight inside of a channel. It was looking interesting to me. And it did break out to the upside nicely. Secret Network to the upside. It was just something hot that I said put on your radar for the day. When I woke up this morning, first thing I saw, up 25% gains in the trading group. I mean, that's absolutely amazing, right? And it's flagging out again, which may cause this big move. DeFi is starting to move too. And people are starting to be like, oh, wow, I can grab this coin, then I can put it over here. I can do this, I can do that. I want to get in. There's more TVL, yada, yada, yada. That's creating a frenzy. This is already up 25%. And if I hit control and pull this out, it looks like there's going to be another possible 33% gains coming out of the next secondary flag here. Secret booming to the upside. One of the calls here on the channel are in the trading group this morning. Booming. Gains on gains, baby. Gains on gains. And if you join the trading group, you'll see just a free server. You'll see all the gains that we've been making in the last few days. I'm just going to lightly touch on it, and then I'm jumping back to your super chats. Do not. All right. So take a look at this. If you just look at the gains on gains real fast here. If I could be slicker, I'm not as slick today for whatever reason. But we just do massive gains here. And we do the before and after, like the soul trade that I just gave with the stop loss and everything. Showed you exactly how to make the trade. And boom, it boomed up to the upside. And that thing's probably still going to cook. The Bitcoin reversal that I called right there on the smaller, and then it continued to rip. Right? This Bitcoin call here that I just put out. Another, the one right before that banged to the upside. And it just goes on and on. You can scroll. We gave you Mochi for 143, 61%. It just goes on and on. That beautiful Bitcoin flag that pumped to the upside too. Chill guy before it ripped to the upside. Absolute absurdities. Just, you know, it goes from memes. We gave you fog when it was 7 cents. The thing went to 50. It's insane. Anyway, I see Secret Network likely going to continue to the upside. The measured move is the length of this back end of this pole here, and it could continue further on up. The level we're looking at there is 76 for Secret. All right. Moving forward, let's get into those chats, and let's move forward. The super chats are abundant. Thank you, Sam. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for just the thanking super chat. You're the man. Is MOODENG finished? Somebody said. Yeah, I don't think so. Can you look at Andy on ETH? Any advice with MetaMask not letting me withdraw my money? I've never heard of that. You must be in the wrong MetaMask. Yeah. You can withdraw your money easily. Yeah. Super chat, super XLM, right? XUSD, AIOZ, and render. And I'll just kind of go back to where I was there on the fan funding. Okay, JASMY, we just hit it. And we were at Airweave or Gala. We took a look at Airweave. Okay. We took a look at Airweave. Let's move on. And Lifer, we're going to take a look at XLM for Jeremy Keys Kinlaw. Jeremy Keys Kinlaw asking, which usually is someone who plays the piano amazingly well. Jeremy Keys Kinlaw, we love you. I hope to see you one day play live, baby. Let's take a look here. Jeremy Keys Kinlaw, he's asking about when taking profits, you sell the amount you're up or the whole bag. It depends on what position we're in. Are we swinging? Are we in a scalp trade? It all depends on what's happening with the trade. Big move to the upside for Bitcoin. We're getting the ripski to the upski, and now there's that candle about to close above the 200 MA. On that time frame, makes me want to up the ante here and get frisky. 5 minute has more room to run. 50 minutes a little overbought, but the 1 hour is the key time frame that's likely going to rip us to Valhalla today. And we could even break to all-time highs. 21 a little far away for the 20, the 1 minute a little far away for the 21, but look what's happening. This is that flag that we called out. It's likely going to go up and down a little bit more before a massive run, or it starts to pump right now. It's getting very, very tight in the channel. could have technically just broken out right now. See how I found all this before it happened? I projected this flag before it happened. I could see the shoulder, head, and right shoulder. I saw that we were front running. I saw this inverted, you know, we work it till we find it. It's not, I'm not lucky because I keep hitting. I'm not a lucky guy because every day you come here and I find. It's the strategy that we're perfecting and we're working every day. I don't take a day off. When you don't take a day off and you're consistently consistent, you're gonna press rewards out of the universe. The universe is forced to give you the reward. Those are the people that make the most. Successful people are not the lucky people. They all are basically using the exact same formula. The universe is responding to that formula. If you want to become success isn't something you chase. It's a person you become, and then you attract the success by becoming the person you desire to be. That's how success works. Okay, we've covered so many coins, including ones on my mind, and had nothing to do with what you even super chatted about. We just got you going. Let's take a look here at Stellar Lumens and see what's happening. Stellar is following XRP. These are beautiful consolidations and bull runs. Stellar is likely to do one of two things. Continue to rip hard, retest and bounce, come back to the channel and get tight. Either one of these, I see a move for Stellar, and I see 33 cents coming for Stellar Lumens. All right. And that's what I see happening. I would put an alert for this. This looks highly likely. Very similar to the Cardano and the XRP play. I believe Stellar Lumens was made in America too. So that would exempt it from capital gains. So every time you see this, that's incentive. And the fact that we've been taxed so much our whole lives here in America, when we hear something like that, I think we just get euphorically, even if we don't do the math. Like, people might not even do the math. Like, you might make more on another coin that's not capital gains, but it's just the allure, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of like, oh my God, are you serious? And so, you know, you want to start researching when rare coins made. If it's got U.S. origins, there's zero capital gains. Possibly that's what's being talked about. And, you know, it would be kind of whack if that's a rumor that is not held up. But, you know, again, it is not set in stone yet. And again, that's pretty just quick, be barbaric, but that's exactly what's likely going to happen. As, you know, I can't really simplify this any better for you. Okay. Stellar Lumens from Jeremy Keys, Kid Law, my man. Looks to me XUSD has broke out on the 4 hour. XUSD Empire. Is that X Empire, XUSD, X Trackers? I get XUSDT, which is X Empire. This thing is a ton meme coin that is not getting the love right now, but it's just, you know, it's been pounded. I don't think this is what he's asking about. But this has been on my radar. It, for whatever reason, is holding this key level very, very tightly after a massive consolidation. I mean, you can see it's just like it would be its previous supporter. It's like there's no other level that people could kind of use. And if you took it from like that impulse, that was the last impulse technically. You could say you're bouncing there. And if you took it from this bigger impulse, it's the 786 Fibonacci retracement. So this thing is a meme on ton, and there's something about it. And it's got X Empire, it's got a name, right? It's got that movement. And it could get cult-like. All right? It's kind of the idea that, like, you know, the Empire Strikes Back, but it's like Star Wars meets the people that are creating the new government, right? And with Twitter in there, it has a good narrative. It's at a key place. This thing, I would watch this to keep it on the radar. I wouldn't be surprised if it does a 20x. Okay? But again, you didn't hear it from me. No. And then we have Crypto Billy with the awesome super chat, man. Crypto Billy, you're the man, dude. Energy, baby, energy. Bless you and your family and all the lifers. God bless you. Thank you so much. Ultimate channel, bless you, man. Amen. AIOZ and XCN to the moon. Let's take a look at AIOZ and Render. AIOZ and Render. Two hot bags in the game here. Let's take a look at AIOZ is deep into the fullest. We found AIOZ when it was like very small, under 10 cents or something crazy. It already did a 10x on us. I talked about it blowing up. Remember just weeks ago, I said, this is your chance. These are the altcoins. This thing's going to blast. I put out the trade right here with the stop loss. Stop loss can be brought to break even at this point. Booming. to the upside. AIOZ up 88% from the call to the upside. AIOZ for the gains, baby. Shout out to anyone that took AIOZ, and it takes time. You know, putting out the call somewhere at late October, it's been a month. You know, everyone thinks money comes and falls out of trees, but it takes its time. And here I am showing you exactly the accumulation for AIOZ2 on the bigger time frame, on the 2-day chart, before it even took the bigger rip there. This was a while back. This must have been way down there. Yeah. Insane. I'm giving you AIOZ on 11/12, right? Oh yeah, that's why. This is the KuCoin chart. I was about to say, where's my my previous? But look, that flag broke out on KuCoin nicely. Oh yeah, I think they only have perpetual. No, they would have sworn they had it on XC. What chart am I using there? I'm using the CoinX chart. Let's go to CoinX. Yeah, so there you go. I called that accumulation zone there for AIOZ before we ripped. You'd be up a beautiful 100% at one point and still holding gains of 80 had you taken the call, right? And that's what I do. I show this stuff way before it happens. Bang, bang, bang. And I teach you guys about where to get in, how to get in, and why to get into these key areas. But that's your accumulation zone. And even before that, I'm giving you when to get in, where to put the stop loss, and where we're going to take the target. This trade's going to take a long time. It's not going to happen overnight. Everyone thinks you 100x easily. Even meme coins sometimes take 6-7 months to make a full 10 to 20x. It doesn't always happen immediately. Like that chill guy was a big move. We get those, but it's not how it happens every time. You see? So AIOZ for massive gains in the trading group, and bang, bang, bang. See, like Sean, see this? You could take a screenshot of this and add it. You wouldn't have me to put it out there. So every time you do a timestamp, remind yourself, was that a gain? And then that could be put to the gains. Yeah. And you wouldn't even need me to say anything about it at all. You could be like, okay, I could screenshot this right now, use the screenshot, ship Apple, I believe it's shift print screen. If you download ShareX. Get ShareX today. It's going to make your work so easy. ShareX. Everyone should have ShareX on their PC. Don't download a bad one, but get ShareX. S-H-E-R with share with an X at the end. It's going to make doing screenshots so easily, recording the screen. Look, if I want this to have a screenshot, I just press print screen and I take anything I want. Boom. I can post that to Twitter, do anything I want immediately. And it takes it as a copy paste immediately. So see how I just did that? I don't even have to remember what I just had. If I wanted to post that, I just go to post here, I hit paste, and it pastes right here automatically by default. And I set that as a default inside ShareX. So I just need to go switch, and I can send, it's a very fast way to send images online, to post what you want, to get it going. Boom, 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 right? And Sean, we should do more before and afters too. Once a day, someone should take AIOZ, the link that I posted right here, right before the pump. And then they should take and say before and after, join the trading group. 110% gains were made on AIOZ. Here's the day we said it. Here's what happened. Wouldn't you want to make these gains? Join CryptoLifer.com. Like, these are just great little, they're not amazing, but they're great. We can promote them too once we start cooking. So these are just ideas. All right. And they're so simple and easy to whip up. All right. I could do them too, but I'm a busy guy. So here we go. AIOZ booming. And now, same scenario. Back to the 21, but stay above the 200 MA. That'll present its next presentable area to get in, and then it's going to continue likely to the upside. There's your kind of cup and a handle moving up, and then you're going to eventually with this bigger consolidation that can go up even further. Then you're going to be able to find your next measured move, which is the whole length of this pole as you break out. And now I can see that AIOZ is going somewhere to $7.80, which is going to be a 7x from here. And from the people that got in very early, they're going to maybe 200-300x this coin. This is going to be one of the hottest deep end coins in the game. Right? From 72 to 720 is coming. And it may come up, come back down. You may have a chance to get it back in at 50 cents. But I'm telling you right now, this thing is beautiful. All right? So that's your AIOZ. That's like what's going to happen to AIOZ for the next 4 to 5 months, in my humble opinion. And it's pretty locked in. I may not be exact, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure this is how price action will play out for one of the hottest coins in the game. It's up to you whether you want to take advantage of one of the best opportunities or not. I don't even own any of this coin, so it doesn't It does nothing for me to shill it. I'm just a nice guy that can see opportunity, and I like talking about opportunity. I know there's opportunity there, period. Whether I'm in it or not, I can't be in every single coin. I'm like, man, maybe I should grab some more AIOZ. I can convince myself to grab every coin almost every day of the week. It's insanity. Let's take a look at render here and see what's happening to render. You know me, I put 100 grand in render, and this thing is cooking. It's got a US, it's even on Coinbase on USD, right? They didn't have it out long enough even. I just keep finding, I'll use the Binance chart. They did change the ticker, and I think that might have changed something, but Binance kept it real. So render, if you can see it, low, high, low, high, low, high, it's in a beautiful uptrend. And so you're buying such a nice uptrend if you put your money in here. And so the trend's your friend until it's not. This says we're going to continue. I see a little flag there that we could break down on maybe the 1 hour time frame. And it lives, you know, but we're going to clean this up for you and do a better job than that. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. Get rid of your moving averages for a split second here. Look at our key areas that we bounce from. Bitcoin booming to the upside as suggested. We are in the money huge now. You are in the money. We are in the money together. It's money, 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 baby. It's now a $48,000 trade back to my 50K. But dude, we did it again. We called a beautiful trade for you. Had you got in when we crossed the 200 MA on the 1 minute, that could be your daily low. And we could have found the daily bottom yet again on this beautiful Friday. We do this so accurately well now, almost computer-like. I'm a cyborg at this point. My subconscious mind does it without me even knowing I do it. It's really weird. I don't mean to brag, but you can see it happening every day. And I'm even watching it in real time. I'm like, I'm an observer of my own brain. I'm like, how did my brain do all that? I work so much consistently that I can't even see what has happened to my brain. It is molded into something different than I knew it was. And then when I see it do things, I'm like, is that me? Or is that like, what is going on? And then I realize it's through consistency and just feeding the data, the mind will change, you know, and that I've been just feeding my brain so much data over time that it's molded my brain now. And it's changed me. I'll never be the same. And remember, we were wondering how that 5 minute was going to battle the 200 MA. We were all about that. Still just got back above it with the right shoulder too. That's an inverted head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We are gone, baby, gone. Let that thing moon. Let that thing moon. And I see more. I see more. I'm going to back this off here. I see more coming for this to the upside. The bigger target takes us back. This could go to 100 grand today. And see, no one else can see what we see. They're bugging out on emotions. We're strict. Look, where's this shoulder, this head, this right shoulder here? That has a measured move. We have an inverted head and shoulder that tells us we're going to $100,000 today. Today. So there's a 68% chance right now based on the math and the data. Nothing else. No feelings, no beliefs, no thoughts. It's none of that. Based on the data that we go to $100,400 right now. And the next, I don't know, hour and a half at the very most. This could be monumental here for Bitcoin. This is the ultimate channel, Paul Wood. You're 100% right. So we had to check out the Bitcoin trade for a second. That's what got us distracted, if you want to call that. I don't know about that. I'm multitasking at a high rate. But, you know, this is a giant cup and handle. And I don't think people realize the potential of AI and the potential of render. I finally hit me and I was like, man, this is some of the best $5 render. It's going to rip. There's your move for render on your next big leg. And so render's headed up somewhere to, I mean, is render going to go to $200 a coin? That's what it says is going to happen here. That would be insane. But that's just what it says is going to happen. Is that going to happen for sure? I can't guarantee it. This leg looks like almost for sure. I mean, you're telling me we go to $70 render and I got in at $5-6? And so you're telling me I'm going to make $1 million off my 100 grand in render? This is crazy. I think we're going to make way more money than we ever thought possible in the next 6 to 7, 8, 10 months. I think it's going to be just absolute euphoria. It's going to test our humble nature. We're going to pray to God to keep us humble. I'm going to pray every night that as the millions flow in, because they're coming. They're coming, everybody. I'm just letting you know, like, they're coming. And they're like, it's, for me, it's already happened. I've already thanked God for them. They've already come. And I got to thank God. And now I got to ask God, dear Lord, please keep me humble no matter what happens here. No matter how many thousands of dollars I'm making a day, 10,000 a day, 20,000 a day, 50,000 a day, no matter what comes my way. May I stay humble and realize that no matter what happens, It's the health of my children. That's the only thing that can keep me whole. I see Render doing damage here when I really look at it in the bigger time frame, and I haven't had the time to really look at this. This is amazing. Thank you for giving me this time to really take a moment to take a look at Render. I appreciate you all for this. And then when we really look at it too, I kind of feel like it broke back, like you're in this. That's going to consolidate and rip. I'm very bullish on this setup. Render comes back down possibly to 620. You get Render anywhere below $6. I'm telling you right now, that is a steal. That is a steal. Could Bitcoin collapse? Could this be a right shoulder? And could Render drop all the way back down to 173 or down to 280, 290? Anything is possible. You have to be open-minded. But the fact that all the dumpage, we had we had a lot of bear stuff going on down here. Bitcoin dumping all this nasty stuff. Now we're at all-time highs, ripping, and just too much money is coming to the market. The market has spoken for itself at this point. And if you were in when you were supposed to be in, too much money is coming. And that's what happens. Too much money comes in, and our bags just get pumped up so much. And that's why you stick to the bear market with me. That's why I kept saying bull markets make millionaires, bear markets make billionaires. The big money is made when nobody's paying attention. Those are the best positions to be had. That's when nobody knows. You slide in there with these slick positions, and next thing you know, you're just absolutely dominating the game. And everyone's like, wow, man, I wish I got in there. And you're so lucky. And you went through years, and you went through so much pain where you didn't sell, where so many people did sell. Everybody, we're missing 1,000 likes here. I don't understand. We got 2739 people here on the live. We've been giving so much awesome information away. We gave a live trade that played out. I gave you my knowledge live in front of you that absolutely played out. No BS. It's all happening right here in front of you. It'd be very grateful of you to show the universe the gratitude by hitting that like button. Gratitude leads to abundance. If you don't hit the gratitude, then you just don't want the abundance in your life. It's just something you're ashamed of it. I don't know what it is. You don't believe you deserve it, but trust me, everyone in here, you all deserve it. So you all deserve to hit that like button. You know why? Because you deserve to give yourself a blessing of karma. You deserve to give it to you. Look at this. But now we're crossing the 21, crossing the 200. This is set now. Things are really setting up for a massive move here to the upside. And we could really be in for something absolutely lovely and great here today for Bitcoin. $100,000 Bitcoin looks like it's going to come out of this inverted head and shoulder, head, right shoulder. And we are going to rip to the upside. Unbelievable. These are great times to be alive. Sending love from Thailand for the 777. Shout out to Cameron Earth King. We love you, brother. Why is the world not tuned into this channel? You won't get this anywhere else. Happy Friday. Tell us the ticker. Thank you, Sam, for what you do. Omar Lopez, we love you. We care about you. Let's take a look at Altcoin. So I think you're clearly seeing what I believe about Render. All right. Tel ripping. We talked about, when someone asked us about Tel, I showed you it was getting tight inside this channel. And I got a measured move for Altcoin all the way up to 006089, and it's on the way. And look, you get in when what? When we cross the 200 MA on the daily. That tells you it's time to get in. Then we flagged out right there, and then we continued to pump. Look at that. Ascending triangles are abound. Tight moving averages. High volume node, low stochastics. You're going to go the length of the pole. I could have put this out last night. It hit all the bells and whistles. Altcoin's likely going to continue. It's going to flag out here. Flag your coins. Wait for the stochastics to reset. Wait for price action to touch the 21. It's likely going to continue to keep going. All right. Altcoin. That target is 006. I think it's looking like you're going to head for that double up to the upside. Can you check BONK, please? Says Skyer KB. Right? Skeether KB. God bless you. Could you check BONK? And thank you. We hit that like. We give you the heart there too on the Crypto Lifer symbol. For every super chat, we hit that like, hit the Crypto Lifer symbol. And we ripped through the super chats today. Look at that. We got them all done, man. I kept up with them today. I went to bed tonight. Last night I said, man, may the Lord, may I stay better on the super chats. I don't want to annoy anybody. I said, I can do better. I can do a better job on my stream. I said, help me stay more focused tomorrow. Help me really nail it. And I prayed for it. And God gave me exactly what I prayed for. I see a shoulder, head and shoulder on BONK. It looks very extended. It's been ripping to the upside. People are likely going to take some profits here. However, the market's been extra frothy. The daily will probably come back down here to the 21-day moving average before its next bigger pump. I'd pull a Fibonacci from this impulse. I'd be looking for a 618 golden pocket And I'd be looking for BONK to come back. Now, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it makes a more aggressive flag, pulls the 21, and then continues to pump. I believe DCAing into this and holding it, you're just going to eventually win if you hold long enough. That's what I truly believe as a speculative investor and what I know about the coin and this industry right now. But if you want to play stone cold technical analysis, you wait for this to go sideways and touch the 21, or you wait for it to dump and touch the 21. Both of those are going to be the places to get in. I can't tell you what it's going to do. Looks like it's likely going to dump down if I had to make a bet based on the stochastics, the RSI, and the fact that it's just overly frothy right now compared to the rest of the market. All right. Bitcoin getting the pullback. They just can't lose the 200 MA. That's all that matters. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We appreciate that. We are going to do exclusive membership stuff where only members can chat. I'm going to talk to my team about that in the next few days and really clean that up and get it done. Put it on my schedule. Say I'm going to do it and do it. Because I always say I'm going to do it, but then I forget. It's something that we just, we miss the mark on sometimes. Let's take a look at MOODENG. MOODENG had the huge pump. It was on the news. People knew about it. It was hot. What is MOODENG? It's a little hippo. So look, I said MOODENG was going to break out and go all the way to 6.3. How did I know that? I just took the measured move. Wick to wick said that's exactly where the algorithm move was going to go. That's exactly what we did. We hit it. Then we got ripped to the downside. It's a brand new coin. It got pumped. It's going to have to pull back. That's what happens. Very small asset. If you're looking at the biggest time frame you could find it on, it's like the 12-hour. Even the 8 hours probably your healthiest. And you're going to want to be pulling a Fibonacci from Impulse. And you can see that you're, likely to come back down to the 618 golden pocket. Now you have some support or resistance here. Let's zoom in and take a look. Resistance became support there. Resistance could be some support right there. Beautiful place. I'd be DCAing here, here, and here. This would be the DCA zone. Anywhere between 38 and 27 cents. Realistically, we would get a bounce there. The whole world would find it an opportunistic time to get in. And then I would see MOODENG bouncing. I have faith in this coin. Memes are strong now. They pump. Like, as much as I say, you never know because it's a meme. Once a meme's solidified and strong and gets a pretty good market cap, it's pretty much here to stay through the bull run. This hasn't done a rug pull, and I believe it's got a real team. It's got a real community. Look for it to come down here and likely get a bounce to the upside. Look for the Adam and Eve double bottom that we play. Look for the inverted head and shoulders. And then look for it to get above the 200 MA on the smaller time frames. It's probably going to come down and bounce off the 200 MA on the 4 hour. Near the 4 hour 200 MA is going to be your sweet spot. MOODENG is just setting up to create a great place to produce an opportunity. If you're an opportunist, you're looking for opportunity. If you're a scared person that only looks for fear, you're freaking out and you're saying, oh my God, is this going to dump on me? I don't choose those emotions. I only choose building emotions. Building emotions push me forward every single day. Sam, do you also see a 60-cent Doge in the daily coming? Thanks for your time. Sammy, thank you. Please look at Doge in the 4 hour. Looks like a Sammy cup and handy. Check Doge. Look at 3 people just threw me 3 super chats in a row for the same asset. You guys are awesome. That's a 3-for-1. I call that a win. Okay. Wish that happened every day. Nah, not funny. It does, though. God blesses me every day with awesomeness. So Doge, about to pump to the upside. I talked about it. It's on the radar, just like XRP. Another American-based coin, is it not? Was it made? I believe it was made in America. Tax-free, right? So once this breaks above here, it's going to rip to the upside. Doge already ripping, getting started. I got Doge on my radar here on the 12-hour time frame. Doge is ripping and about to continue. This weekend is going to be the Doge, Cardano, and XRP show. If you can't tell, then that money is going to flow into the lower caps, and then we're going to start seeing a real rev up. This weekend looks like it's going to be a crazy weekend. Looks like you could sit at your desk all day with a catheter in and just sit there and pee in a bag and make tons of money hand over fist. Whether you can set up swing trades, set up leverage trades, and then go in and out of memes all day long. It's going to be, oh my God. If you're not in Photon, I'm going to teach you guys how to run what you need. Have you slept well, bro? Can check out Crow. Thank you. Everything you do for us. Greatly appreciate all the time you give us. I slept actually pretty good. 5 hours of sleep is really all I need. I was reading this documentary about a guy who figured out how to wait not to sleep at all. All right. Like he sleeps like an hour a day and he gets so much done. And he says you just slowly give your body less and less to eventually you can figure out how to. He said there's a documentary about people that have trained their body not to sleep. He said it took him 8 years. And now he can go on very little sleep. I don't want to do that. I like my sleep personally and I think it's good. But I just watched this. It was pretty interesting. The guy was saying that was going to happen. Crow is tight at a channel looking absolutely beautiful and bullish. I'm telling you, I look for bull pennants. They play out the most. They come when the market's frothy. We haven't seen them in a while. It's bull pennant season, baby. This is simple stuff. Stop loss, take profit, ready to rock. Crow is likely going to boom. Thank you so much for that beautiful super chat. This thing looks great. Bless you, brother. Bless you. That's what we look for. Perfect bull pennant. Like perfect bull pennant. That's unbelievable. That's absolutely amazing. I love that. Gotta trade that. Wow, that's hot right there. Maxai, I made 1K for the knowledge you've given. Appreciate that. And thank God for bringing me to this channel. Take a look at Link. Damage. Link is about to do damage. I really believe that. Let's take a look here at Chainlink on Perpetual, which I usually don't do, but I like Chainlink on Perpetual here. $15.70. I gave Chainlink to the trading group earlier today. It is booming to the upside. And look, these all could be traded for extra sauce. When the market's frothy, I'll take advantage. You got the whole world wishing they got into Bitcoin, you know? Look, it already broke out there. See that? From the initial entry at about 415 even, and that's beautiful. And that's all you need. You know, at a 25x leverage, that continues to rock. So you go there. Stop loss really could just be below that point. 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Let me see if I can. Got to bring the stop loss a little into the zone, and you maybe want to get it up to 20. The 4-hour is a little cooked, but the 1-hour says it can rip. One more little push, but then I do see us coming back to the 21. I like this. Sorry. Gotta move it, groove it, keep it pumping and keep it running. Satoshis, you don't know me, got the flow C's to the both the dopies. All these brokies don't know me. Getting paid like the NBA way in an Escalade, no way, AA. Getting paid like the NBA, right in an Escalade, oh way, no way, A. Got the rollie on the wrist, got the 40 on the hip, got the molly on the shit. You could ever. I'm hype right now. But so can we come back down to this key area and get the boom to the upside? Everyone, we are doing a Black Friday sale. As I say this, right? The best way to get into that Black Friday sale. There's a link in the description below. Sign up to that link. Fill out the form. You're going to get a coupon code 24 hours before the Black Friday sale and get access to an exclusive discount you will not get at any other time. You got to do it, baby. God bless you. Hey, brother, can you please look at Pepe? We did that already. Look at the timestamps. Can you check PNUT? Somebody says. 2 for PNUT, 1 for Doge. God bless you. Everyone, the stream is coming to an end, unfortunately. I can't stream forever. I wish I could, but I can't. I know you want to hang out with me all day. The energy is going to stay with me through the rest of the day, baby. I got that good energy, man. I got them good vibes. Yo, I'm just always in a good mood, man. 99% of the time, if you hanging out with me, you feeling good. I like making people feel good. I like putting people in a good mood. My mom was like that. My mom always put me in a good mood. Shout out to Irene Price, the coolest woman in the game. I celebrate her life every single day. Lost my mom on Thanksgiving while she was speaking to me. And I celebrate her life every single day. My mom was the best, baby. My mom was the best. No one had anything on my mom. Her frequency, her spirituality. She didn't preach a lot of Jesus stuff. She didn't read the Bible. She wasn't into the church, I'll tell you that. She wasn't into the scripture. But she was a highly spiritual person and highly blessed, man. My mom. You know, PNUT got way too extended. Chart doesn't look amazing. Let's take a look at PNUT here on the deck screener. Look, there's my baby ZEREBRO. That thing is moving. And honestly, that got an interview with the thread guy today or yesterday. I watched a piece of it this morning on Twitter. People really like the dude. He's a hard worker. He's got a team. It put a lot of confidence behind this coin. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing moons today and goes all the way to the $1 billion market cap and does the double up. And I believe if any coin could get to $3-5 billion, this ZEREBRO can. This guy has a team of 8 people working. He's super based. He knows what he's doing. He cares about the project. And he's a grinder, bro. So, and check it out if you want to know more. ZEREBRO, right? It's been out for a couple days. Cross-chain AI artist. See that? It's pretty interesting. So it's an AI artist that creates art, man. A sentient, right? Based on tweets or something, like you got to talk to it, and it's pretty interesting. So anyway, ZEREBRO, check it out. Find out more today on the channel. And we're going to look at PNUT for you and hit that super chat. PNUT. Bitcoin pumping, pumping, pumping. Bitcoin pumping, pumping, pumping. Bitcoin pumping. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Short squeezing again here at 99,000 on our way to $100,000 Bitcoin. The channel you were on told you to short the market. You flipped to me and started making gains. And you were like, I'm not listening to those other people ever again. They had no idea what they were talking about. This guy nailed the inverted head and shoulder before he saw it. This guy saw the reversal there. This guy's been calling it since the 1 minute crossed the 200 MA. Then he told us to get in on the 5 minute. This guy's out of his mind. Everything this guy told us was going to happen happened in the last 2 hours, and I've never seen his channel before. What is going on? Is he a time traveler? Is he a scientist? He seems like some type of weirdo. Okay? A good weirdo, but a type of weirdo. I want to know what kind of weirdness he's on so I could make those weird gains with him. 100%. Go to cryptolifer.com and find out more. All right? As I just said, we're doing a Black Friday sale. So go down and hit the description below. If you want to sign up today, because I wouldn't even wait 6 days. I really wouldn't. There's so much action here. But, you know. We got a $50,000, $48,000 trade cooking there too. And now we can start shaving the stop soon. When we pump up even more, we can get rid of it altogether. Now the 21 crossing the 200. Very bullish sign. And see there, I got out of that trade there. I would have been bagged. I saw all that before it happened because we were too far for the 21. And now the pump is real. If this measured move if this inverted head and shoulder hits the measured move, that song's a little too jumbled for me. If this measured move if this inverted head and shoulder hits the measured move, we're going to $100,500 for BTC. This is crazy. These are the times to be alive. Okay. I'm going to look at PNUT on deck screener. Yeah, to me, PNUT has a ways to go. It's going to retrace all the way to the 618. That's what they do. It got pumped way too fast and way too hard. PNUT's coming all the way back down, likely to the 786. I wouldn't touch PNUT till it gets to 60. All right? But what if the whole market bounces? Does PNUT bounce off the 618? There's a chance. So if you're into PNUT, the only way to survive right now is to hold for your dear life, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. These are my thoughts on my head. The only way I would survive in PNUT. If I wasn't in it, I would buy my first bag here. And then I would be ready to buy as it keeps coming down. If it pumps and starts to hold some support, then I'd buy my second bag here, and then I'd be off to Valhalla out of the inverted head and shoulder. I'd have to have 2 plays, and I'd take whichever it goes. We don't know how life's going to give us, so we have to prepare for the different things that life could send our way. And then we go for that, and then we take that, right? PNUT unsold. Shout out to the super chat. You people are absolutely amazing. Shout out to anyone that took the trade with me. You made massive gains. 99,197. The key entry was in there somewhere at about 98,000. You're already up a G on the trade, like on Bitcoin. Never mind what you did on the trade. But another beautiful trade here on the live, up 14%. Unbelievable. Shout out to everybody here. I showed you my strategies playing out. If you want these type of strategy, if you want to be able to trade like I trade live in front of people, you want to be able to publicly show off how good you are at the charts, right? I mean, isn't that, you want to get that good? Go to cryptolifer.com. Be around people that can do it for a living if you want to do it for a living. That's what you do. Stop playing games. Stop going to the guy that says what he could and should do, and hang out with the guy that does it every day. Put up or shut up. Hang out with the guy that does it. Let's get the action going. Take action. Join my trading group. That's the first thing that God will bless you with, because you'll take the action. then you'll be around me. And I preach God every single day. I got the God energy. I love you. And I got the love and the high frequency. So you're going to rock out once you join me. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. 1,300 likes on the live. $292 in chat revenue. I'm out of control today. I can't take it anymore. The gains just keep pouring on, man. I got to pray more. I got to be humbled more. My palms are sweaty, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. It was Sammy on coffee today, so you got an extra jolt of energy. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. In the morning, we live 4 live streams on the weekend. In the morning and at night, Saturday and Sunday. Get ready because there's going to be a lot coming your way. I love each and every one of you. Stay blessed, stay amazing. Remember, what's the secret to success? Do you know what the secret to success is? It's getting started.